vibe coding to solve a problem. So I used Claude Code with this prompt right there because I needed a way to let students know what assignments they're missing and what assignments they've completed, but I also wanted to include my class gamification uh, game based on Star Trek to also give kids an idea of where they are in terms of experience points, what level and or rank they are, and to make it a little more fun and exciting. So I gave Claude Code this prompt, and it went through creating a really cool website for me. So I log in as the teacher, and I've got a menu of items that I can use uh, so that my students can log into their account and see how they're doing. So I see the recent ships log, just like Classcraft did. I have it replenish the power crystals, which are what the engineers or those who wear red can use as their role, is to give their teammates enough dilithium crystals to have energy to use their powers. And powers are used if we do a class boss battle, which is kind of like a quiz and made more fun because the operations officers, those who wear the gold, they can protect their teammates, and the engineers can give the crystals to make sure the operations officers have enough energy to use their guarding protection powers, and the medical officers who wear the blue can heal, and they also need energy to use their equipment to do that. So the crew roster, these are my fake class students as I was testing it to make sure it worked. And by the way, Claude Code, pre-populated it. I only added one, test one, but it pre-populated it with some students so I could test it, which is very helpful. I've got the teams. Away teams are how I put kids together in their correct teams, so kids can use their abilities by team. It's not a whole class ability. Missions are the assignments. So this is like a sample first week of school assignments. We do our marshmallow challenge and balloon rocket, set up our notebooks, and do our pre-unit check for math. And then our first assignment. So what I do is I say how many points the assignment is worth, and then kids should be able to see this on their screen. Let's see. The mission log is where I input. So as I'm looking over their work and grading it, I can input how many points they have for each one, and I just put in the point value. Commendations are how we keep track of badges. So as we finish a unit, kids who successfully completed that unit get a passing grade, show mastery and understanding. They'll get a badge so they can keep track of how they're doing in math and science. This is where I can do a boss battle, so I can deal damage. I can heal in case a team's medical officer is down or has no more crystals to use their equipment and heal. It's pretty cool. Here's where I keep track of how much XP kids need for the ranks. And this is where I use the settings to make sure it runs like I need to. Very well done, I gotta say, by Claude Code. Now, as a student, I would log in, and they get to pick their avatar picture. They will pick their Star Trek race, and they could even generate it with Gemini or School AI or whatever I give them to generate it. And they know who their teammates are. So if I want to use my healing powers, I can choose Leonard McCoy and then use my metal tricorder or first aid to heal any damage he took. But this is my main thing, is so students can keep track. because with my system last year, it was just a Google Sheets, and I had to. I also used, I think it was Gemini to help me make an app script to send them a list of their assignments, so they would know which assignment is not complete or missing entirely. And that way they can keep up with their assignments or know if they are falling behind, they might need to do some homework to catch up. So they've got their crew profile, which they can describe their character or use kind of a cartoony avatar, but they could also upload their own. And this came after a few rounds of me saying, "Oh, how about this?" and "How about this?" and Claude did all the coding behind the scenes. So overall, I'm very pleased with what it created, and I can't wait to use it.